Maybe I am too straightforward person, and you can tell it's crossing the line.
Let's study. Good morning. Today is Monday. On the official school schedule today, we just have two lectures. One is at 9 o'clock, one is at 10 o'clock, and they are both on surgery, which is very exciting because I am very interested in surgery. Other than that, we have a live stream, and then hopefully we'll get lots of studying done today.
Don't wanna. You could be sad about it, but I can live without it. Too sad that you don't.
All right, so we are all set up for the live stream. I think I'm just gonna listen to lectures and do all that here because I don't think I'll have enough time between the end of the last lecture and the start of the live stream to like move all my stuff in a panic and get all set up.
I gotta say before you take my words so deep or easy.
I made honey garlic salmon with potatoes and asparagus. This is probably one of my favorite meals to make. And then later on in the evening, I worked on my flex paper with Jennifer. We are getting so close, we just have to edit the discussion and then we can send off our draft to our supervisor and then hopefully we can revise it and then submit it. And now I'm sitting at my desk. I just finished applying for student loans because we gotta get that sweet cash money. Just kidding, it's not my money, but I like to spend it. And yeah, I'm gonna start getting ready for bed. It is 10:21. That was my day, and I will see you tomorrow. Good evening. So I'm just working on the laptop. Today we had to give a mini presentation update / questions to our PI, principal investigator, as well as a obstetrician gynecologist that we were working with. I was kind of reflecting on this, and as a medical student, you are always the least knowledgeable person in the room, like always. It's a very interesting experience to be the person who always feels like they have no idea what they're doing. Yeah, I don't know if that gets better with practice. I don't know if residents also feel like they have no idea what they're doing, but it's definitely very prominent as a medical student. Good morning. Today is Wednesday. Happy hump day. We just had an anesthesia orientation lecture and they recommended some resources to us. Something that has been really nice about approaching clerkship and having the block rotations is that everyone is really good about recommending specific textbooks and they actually talk about them in the context of exams. They say, this will cover everything that's on your exam, or the information from this textbook is where we go to form our questions, which is really helpful. I found in the first 2 years, just because the spiral curriculum was all over the place, every lecturer had like a different book or PDF that they recommended reading, and it just wasn't realistic to get through all the material, and half the time you read it and it wasn't helpful for the exam at all. The person giving this anesthesia orientation said the anesthesia is probably the most chill part of the surgical rotation for us, just because in surgery it's typically longer days and you tend to have call, whereas at our school anesthesia doesn't have any call. So yeah, that's anesthesia. Okay, so I just went through a lecture on ovarian masses, and now I'm gonna head out with Hannah. We're gonna go shopping. We're gonna try and find those weird clog things that healthcare workers wear a lot, because clerkship is basically like being a healthcare worker. We're gonna be doing a lot of standing, a lot of long days, so we wanna make sure that we have optimal footwear. All right, let's go. Okay, so these Dansko clogs are actually really hard to track down. I thought Softmock would sell them. They sell like a Birkenstock version. Shoe Warehouse, no luck. Foot Locker, no luck. So we're going to like a random like shoe boutique store, like specialty shoe store. I don't even know. But I found them. They say they have them. So hopefully we can find something that we can purchase today. Okay, so we had shoe shopping success. These are the Dansko shoes. I feel like getting these shoes is like a little mini milestone. I feel like I'm finally kind of gonna look the part in terms of being part of the healthcare team. I spent the afternoon studying with some friends, and now we are gonna make dinner. We're making pad thai tonight. Once again, I find myself in this predicament where I have to clean because of this, and because of this, and because of this. So we're gonna clean, enjoy this time lapse, and then we're gonna sit down and do some schoolwork.
Butterflies are floating like your red hair in the breeze.
Good evening. So it is 9:00 p.m. and I'm going to do a little bit of schoolwork, a bit of studying right now. I think my body is not in a place right now where I want to wake up early and be super productive in the morning. I'm finding it actually easier to do work at night and just sleep in a little bit more. So that is the game plan. I'm going to study for an hour, see if I can get into a flow state. If I am, I'm just going to keep going and accomplish my goals for this session. And if I cannot get into a flow state after an hour of trying, I'm just going to work on editing a video and then head to bed. So I will see you in a bit for an update. Alright, so it is an hour later and I am learning about twins. My knowledge before medical school and before reading about this was that you could have identical twins when the fertilized egg and sperm split. However, what I didn't realize was that the time at which the split happens in identical twins dictates different characteristics of their development and pregnancy. So for example, if the split happens between 0 and 4 days, each twin gets their own chorion and amnion. If the split happens between 4 and 8 days, they get their own amnion, but they share a chorion, which is basically like the placenta and blood supply. And if it happens after 8 days, they share both the chorion and the amnion. And then, interesting, because I always wondered about this, after 13 days, if the split happens, the twins will actually be conjoined because the split will be incomplete. That part of them that didn't completely split will be where they're joined at birth. So I'm just learning about C-sections and I'm reading things right now. Bit of a tangent, but this got me thinking with cesarean section. I was like, what does cesarean mean? It sounds like to cut, like scissors, cesarean. But I kind of wondered if it was named after a person and why we still use cesarean section and C-section. And guess what the internet says? So this is from the US National Library of Medicine, and it is Cesarean Section, A Brief History, Part 1. Buckle up. Roman law under Caesar decreed that all women who were fated by childbirth must be cut open. What? That's insane. So you may have noticed that I am reviewing my Anki cards on my phone, and honestly, this is a great life hack if you feel like sitting at a desk just isn't your mood, it's too much friction, you just feel not sad, but I don't know, when you're just not really in the mood to sit at your desk. Using your phone is a good way to trick yourself into thinking you're having fun scrolling social media, but actually studying. And you can take your phone to the couch, you can lie on the floor, it's just a lot more portable, but your brain is still actively engaged. So that's kind of what I like to do if like sitting with good posture at a desk looking at my laptop isn't really working for me. Good morning! So I have been sitting at my desk most of the morning, but it is a beautiful day out, so I am going to flip through some Anki cards on my phone and sit outside in the sun. Alrighty, so next up we have a lecture on sleep apnea and then Q&A with a surgeon. So That should be fun for the afternoon. Okay, so I have undergone my third outfit change of the day because I just did a little mini workout, went to lecture, and now I'm going to try and finish the Anki cards that are due today. Good morning, it's Friday! Okay, so according to this recent poll, most of you guys watch my channel for study motivation, which I did not realize. But if that is the case, and you are sitting down to study right now, you just made it to the end of the video, I'm going to link my study with me videos up here, and I will link a playlist of my study tips down here. If you want more vlogs about med school, I'll link my favorite vlogs up here. I will see you in the next video. Bye!